I think the biggest thing when it comes to growth is a lot of living, like the Gospel at 23, after I finished writing it, I couldn't write songs for a while because I felt like I had said everything I needed to say. I credit my collaborators a lot, Dev Kennedy on Old Ways, Chris and Jesse, like mine, they're going to be on stage with me for this set. That helped me create a lot of the Gospel at 23, and with a lot of other people as well, but those guys kind of being the core of that group. And I think it's a lot of that, being vulnerable and living and talking and telling the truth, right?
Yeah.
So I think all three of those things kind of make for a recipe of making something that at very least is true to who you are. Oh man, it's so interesting to me because it's been 5 years, right, since before COVID that I've been on an actual stage. And a lot of this crowd that's coming tonight has probably seen me on stage before, and a lot of this crowd has probably never seen me on stage ever. Some of the people, a lot of my friends who are coming to tonight's show, when we first met, they didn't know me as a musician. They knew me as an actor, right? Because for the last 5 years, I've been very lucky to have fun, in front of the camera.
Definitely.
And so it feels incredible. It feels nerve-wracking. It feels exciting. It feels like it's been too long, and it feels like just yesterday I was doing this. Some of these rituals that I'm getting back into doing make me feel like it's just another night that I'm getting on stage. And then a lot of these things, I'm also reminding myself how much this matters to me, and reminding myself that regardless of what my life looks like, this is something I really want to incorporate into.
For sure. And hopefully you'll go on a tour soon.
Yeah, definitely. This lady that's not on the camera is actually the one that introduced us, Liz.
Amazing.
And she's an artist that was brought up to me, and I went and listened to her stuff, and I thought, man, she wants to work with me 100%. And so it's a song I'd already written and needed the second verse for a while, and Dana came in and did 10 times better than I could have imagined that verse to become.
Well, it sounds amazing.
Thank you very much. We really loved a lot of the songs that we had done previously. Right Here was one of the big ones. Everything was one of the first songs that I wrote for the EP. And those really guided the way, kind of just, again, telling the truth, saying what I want to say. And again, that whole EP is a reflection of the previous relationship that I was in. And so I spent a lot of time just kind of saying whatever was going on at the time. Most of the time, I let the way that it sounds fall into what the truth sounds like. Best of Me, we tried drums and this and that. And at the end of the day, we're like, no, it just is the piano, right? Yeah. And the same with Right Here, it was originally, when I played it on tour in 2019, was just a guitar and snaps. And I said, no, it feels like there's some drums that need to be in there. Yeah. And so you just got to let the song talk. You got to let the truth come out and be like, you know what, the truth needs some drums, or the truth needs to be stripped. I mean, crazy on set was almost every day that we were filming. I mean, we're doing different rescues, and we had been training for weeks before the show even started filming. So we had learned how to approach these rescues. And so a lot of the time they would just be like, that guy, go save him, right? And thanks to Kekoa, who's here, Zoe, who's here, my castmates, we kind of all just decided to, let's commit to being in this moment and lock into what it feels like to be these people and represent these lifeguards who protect lives every single day, and most of the time don't get that recognition.
For sure.
So I think it took a lot of us committing to really wanting to represent that.
Yeah, it's a super unique show. So
thank you. I had so much fun filming it. Yes, but not the most. I mean, I give a huge shout out. And by the way, the same water unit team that we worked on with Doogie, same water unit team I worked on with Rescue High Surf. Uncle Brian Kealana, Uncle Terry Ahui, Uncle Mel Pu'u. These are the guys that day in and day out make sure that we are safe, make sure it looks sick, make sure that the camera is where it needs to be, and during the whole thing it looks like it's the most dangerous thing while being a very safe thing. When it comes to my surfing skills, I only became able to look like I could surf thanks to them. Lifeguarding skills, swimming skills, all of that is thanks to them. Filming in Hawaii, it's a blessing, and it's a responsibility, because you're representing a group of people who historically have been misrepresented, right? Hawaii has always been this, go to a luau and have some pig, and it's like, no, there's deep, rich culture, both local culture, Hawaiian culture, Polynesian culture in general. Most of the cast is Polynesian of some sort, if not Hawaiian. Representing all that, it's a beautiful blessing, and it's a big responsibility that I take very seriously. We filmed that whole movie in Spain, pretty much. I'd been into Spain before, actually on tour. But being there for a longer period of time and experiencing the Spanish culture, again, I think just as much as I admire the Hawaiian culture as I'm a part of it, and I'm a part of representing
Definitely.
it, getting to immerse myself in Spanish culture and the people and the food and the beautiful sights and the history, right? This country, there's certain areas, buildings that are older than the entire United States as we know it. And so I loved filming. I had so much fun. Ginny Gardner is one of the most talented actors I've ever worked with, and it was an amazing time.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.